That's so cool, dude.
Right.
Good solid buck.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Thanks, Dad.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Wanted to talk a little bit about what to do when your target buck is not showing up. So this is something that I'm dealing with personally right now. I have 2 deer that I'm willing to shoot this year. They're really good deer. The one would be by far the biggest buck that I've killed up to, to this point, and they're not showing up. I had one picture this summer of the one and one picture end of September of the other. So, I know they made it through the year. I know what they look like, but they're not on my property currently. And so what do you do about that? And, I think it's easy to think, well, my habitat's not right. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. And I would tell you to rely on historical data. So I'm going to go back a couple years. In 2021, I had a buck show up in velvet. Big 6x6, and up to that point that property seemingly didn't really have any deer until November, and so I didn't really hunt much until around November. When I was going in to hunt that the first time, I pulled a non-cell and realized there was another giant that had showed up and was daylighting frequently end of October. And long story short, chased those deer most of the year, ended up killing the 6x6 in December, middle of gun season, and then monitored the property the rest of the year, and that big mature deer came back the following year, and I chased him most of last year. And that deer, then he showed up early and was there. I was right in his core. He came in there. Got a lot of pictures of that deer. Ended up missing him early October. But after that, he got shot November 4th by the neighbor. And I kind of just fell off the ladder, wasn't sure what to do. I kind of stopped hunting. I missed most of November and just kind of had the blues. Still had another deer that I knew of from the previous year that might show up. He had showed up late season. Sure enough, gun season, end of gun season comes around, this deer shows back up. So then I hunted them for a little bit. But I missed most of November last year, and I kind of knew when these deer would show up, and so I just didn't really hunt in those times. And I kind of, looking back over last season, kind of regret the way I handled that. And I was out of most of November because I didn't have the buck to hunt, and kind of had the blues all year. And this year, I could easily do the same thing. I could just these deer, the one I'm expecting middle of November, the other one, probably end of November. So I have a choice to make. Do I just completely sit out and wait for those bucks to show up? And I will say, it's really good to have historical data. That's something each and every one of you should be doing, is reviewing, pictures from last year. And there's a lot of trends that happen year after year on similar bucks, and learning their behavior patterns and when they shift into your property. But I have a choice to make. I can either sit out and just sort of sit here and wait for these deer to show up, or I can actually enjoy my season, get out there and hunt, and enjoy, November, enjoy October. I have had more fun this year hunting than I have in a lot of years, and that's because I've just sort of taken the pressure off. It's I think we get so eaten up with hunting one buck or worrying about EHD hitting or whatever it is, so many of these uncontrollables that we're just so worried about. I don't think we should lower our standards. I'm not gonna settle. There's a beautiful 4x4 showing up that's probably 140-inch deer, 4-year-old, that I had decided earlier this year I was not going to shoot. And he's been coming in, and I could probably kill that deer, but I'm not lowering my standards. But I am getting out there and enjoying the season. I've been hunting a lot with buddies, filming them. I've been bouncing around some other pieces that I have, shot some does, filmed my wife kill a good buck. It's been a lot of fun this year, just being able to get out, enjoy the season, and not put all that pressure on yourself to kill a giant deer, even though that's what each and every one of us want. You know, putting in so much of this work into the off season onto our properties, getting everything ready, and you want it to, you know, happen a certain way, and when that buck just isn't there to hunt, it's easy to get depressed about it. But I think relying upon historical data, knowing, okay, you know, if he didn't die of EHD, didn't get shot by the neighbors, and if those two things happen, there's nothing you can do about it. There's no point in, you know, being depressed about it. Then he's probably going to show back up. I know he made it through the year. He's probably going to show back up. Last year, baby crab showed up, you know, middle of November. Do I think he could show up earlier? Yeah, there's a good possibility. Lucky didn't show up till December 3rd last year, and you know, that's my main target deer. I'm not getting too depressed or worried about until that deer, you know, does show back up. Go through your pictures, you know, look at the deer that showed up. You know, I have other deer that like just showed up a couple days last year that I'm looking forward to seeing if they come back around, seeing what they do. But if you rely on that historical data and stop worrying so much about what happened to these deer, or, you know, completely uncontrollables, and just get out there and hunt, enjoy the season. I think we as a community have kind of gotten away from just getting out there, enjoying the season, shooting some does, you know, hanging out with buddies, the stuff that hunting season is actually about. If you don't kill a giant, it's okay. You know, nobody cares. It's all right. I think what matters most is to get out there, enjoy this time of year, and really just soak it all up, because it lasts it's so short. You know, really for me it's middle of October to middle of December. I got 2 months there, and I can either, you know, sit off to the sidelines, not hunt. And I will preface this, I'm not going in and just hanging in my best spots right now because I know they're not there. I'm waiting, but at the same time I'm not hunting a property simply due to that. You know, I'm going to be in there on every cold front on the off chance that he does come by early. I'm getting, you know, definitely putting the odds in my favor if he does show up, but still getting out there, enjoying it. You know, I got some public land behind my house. I might just go hop back there just to get out and enjoy time where I'm not, you know, messing up potentially the property where these big deer are going to show up on. But I'm still getting out and enjoying the time in the outdoors, in the stand, and being able to watch some deer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that alleviates some stress or some anxiety around some of your deer not showing up. And hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.